If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood. I love you, morning wood, with a love so rare and true. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Well, I love you, I want you, morning wood.
Rise and shine. Happy Devil's Sunday. This is The Morning Woo, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker. Undisclosed location, beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. Devils losing 6-3 last night in Philadelphia at the Xfinity Mobile Center. But thank you to all those fans that came by to Stateside Live, formerly known as Xfinity Live, yesterday for the Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. Special thank you to Chico Rush finding the place. I have to make sure they made it back to the game okay. Joe Carpinella and the gang at Stateside Live making it happen. That we made it safely back. Yes, Wimpy and Maria. Safely back from the city of brotherly love. Devils losing on Bernie Parent tribute night down in Philly. But again, Sheldon Keefe, that interview that he had with Rachel Herzog and Bryce Salvador, he said it best. You know, when Bryce asked that question about, is it uncharacteristic of this team? Because the Flyers scored 3-4 goals in less than a minute? Or 3 goals in 26 seconds? I don't know the exact number. But Sheldon Keefe pointed out, the same thing happened in Colorado. And maybe it's not uncharacteristic. Maybe it is characteristic of this team. The inconsistencies of this New Jersey Devils team has been going on for the last few years. Which New Jersey Devils team is going to show up? I'm going to ask that question again. Which New Jersey Devils team is going to show up? Last night, if you went to the game as a New Jersey Devils fan, of course we'll always have a good time. But I rather watch winning. I rather watch Gotham FC win the championship out in San Jose than watch that debacle, losing 6-3 to the Philadelphia Flyers, especially when you had a 1-0 lead and you took your foot off the gas pedal. The Flyers were scoring at will. The defense broke down. I apologize to Jake Allen because on Devils After Dark, I was really mad at him. But looking back at the replay, because my vantage point, I couldn't really see all those goals being scored since I was on the far side. I think one or two of them, I think Jake Allen would love to have back throughout the game. But it just, the Devils fell asleep. The Devils fell asleep. Mike Rossi says, this team doesn't hate to lose. I've seen more intensity in a peewee hockey game. I agree. 1 minute they're soft, and the next minute they seem to be okay. This team is, I hate to say it, but because of the inconsistencies, this team can be a bunch of softies at any given minute. Maria says, I lost count in number of breakaways. It's inexcusable. It really is inexcusable the way the Devils lost yesterday. Seeing those commenting on the Instagram Live, welcome. Michael Hay, we slept off Devils. Now, let's go Devils season so far. Generally now gets better. Marky now, 1B steps up. It's all gibberish here. Sorry. United Flyer 26. I know we have a ton of injuries, but I'm getting frustrated at Fitzy right now. What did I say after Jack Hughes got hurt? It's time to start kicking the tires and making a move. You're going to need a third line center anyway. Cody Glass has been hurt. But Cody Glass can play on the fourth line. If this team's going to the playoffs, you're still going to need a third line center, and you're going to need that left winger next to Jack Hughes once he comes back. You can't just look at this team and say, this is the team I'm going to go with. No. And what about the leadership on this team? And I'm not talking about Nico Hischier. Okay? Championship teams have leadership coming from all places on the team. It's a 20-man roster. Where was the leadership yesterday? And I also want to ask Sheldon Keefe, why didn't you call a timeout? Why didn't you call a timeout? That was, 4 goals in a minute? I'm sitting there in the crowd. Lou Nolan, the longtime Flyers PA announcer. Goal scored by number 39, blah, 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 Mishkov, and then scores. Flyer score. Crowd goes nuts. And then they drop the puck. Flyer score again. Crowd goes nuts. Let's do this on a loop. Puck is dropped. Flyer score again. Puck drops. Flyer score again. And then, in the end, the Flyers PA announcer announces 3 goals in a row. And he's just whipping it through, hoping that there's not a stoppage. So he can get through how many goals the Flyers have scored in less than a minute. And that's pathetic. That's just pathetic. That should not even happen. Okay, 1 goal is one thing. Second goal, all right, settle down. Just 4 unanswered goals like that, you lost the game right there. Say if those 4 goals didn't happen after you scored the power play goal, Timo Meier scoring the power play goal, making 1-0 Devils, and then the collapse. You take out those 4 goals, the Flyers scored 2 more goals after that, and the Devils scored 2 more goals after that. Other than that, that collapse, that inconsistency, that's what cost you the game. The game was over by then. There was no point in watching. I know Tom was saying, hey, Sam is going to miss a great comeback. Well, this team doesn't have Jack Hughes. This team is injured. They're not coming. They're not making a comeback against the Philadelphia Flyers, who have a little bit of a jump to their pep to their step, being Bernie Parent tribute night. You see, this is what a team does. You know, I know in the past, like we've had like these like special honor ceremonies. We expect the team to win that game just with the extra hype, the extra energy. That's what the Flyers did. They didn't want to upset their fans. Scarlet Hope, will this episode be uploaded onto Spotify? Yes, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music Prime, and on the iHeart app. Hopefully that answers your question. Instagram Live. Going back to the YouTube Live, Dan Vladar had to be good in the third period. I have him for fantasy hockey. He was good all night. Gave up one that he really shouldn't have. But, overall, he gave his team a chance to win. I mean, it was a heck of a night. I mean, if you were a Flyers fan, you would have loved that night. You had the Bernie Parent tribute, the emotion, Bernie Parent being like their version of Martin Brodeur, Vezina Trophy winning goaltender multiple times, multiple Stanley Cup champion, French-Canadian, charismatic Bernie Parent, the late Bernie Parent. And then you had Lauren Hart come out for the national anthem. Apparently she's ranked number 1 in the NHL, according to this scoreboard. I like to say Arlette's number 1, but, Lauren Hart's really great. She does it in the Philly way. I must admit, though, I think it's really cool when Lauren Hart and when they do a video of Kate Smith, the original national anthem singer for the Philadelphia Flyers, when they do a duet before a playoff game. It is actually pretty... That's hard to do. That's really great when they do that. I'm all about the national anthem. But yeah, Wimpy says Jack creates goals, not goal prevention. We lose this with Jack. Florida, we project to get at least a point. Yeah, I also got one of those number 1 patches. Whippy as well. I'm going to put that next to my Bernie Parent signed puck. He signed a puck for me once. It says Bernie Parent, and I think it says HHOF 84. I think that's what it says on it. When he signed my puck. And also, yeah, so again, the inconsistency. And Meadowlander, there's no Scott Stevens in the room. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Last night, I'll admit, in a fit of rage, I probably texted the group text between Scotty and Beer Baron, something I shouldn't have. I actually said they should rip the C off of Nico Hischier's jersey. And they're like, why? He's the only center one we got. It's not Nico's fault. He leads by example. Yeah, I'm not saying that Nico Hischier's a bad player. But, it falls on the coaches and the players, but it also falls on the captain as well. You're talking about 4 goals in a matter of a minute. I wish I was behind the bench to observe, but again, I think when you have all these inconsistencies, I'm going to look everywhere till I find what's causing this problem. Why there are times the Devils can be so lackadaisical. Scarlet Hope says, hi, can you say hi to my dad, Lee, and I? I hope he has a good day for when he listens to this later from me. Yeah, happy Devil Sunday to you, and Lee. Also, a big shout out from Mike from Jersey doing play-by-play for his kids 16 and under league. Giving the Let's Go Devils podcast an amazing shout out. Shout out to you as well. Meadowlander says, Heischer's great, but he doesn't inspire teammates. At the same time, he does lead by example sometimes, like when the Devils are down 4-0, and then he's the lone scorer. That should inspire you, but somehow it's not working. Yeah, Shimon Nemec actually got laid out yesterday. I'm glad he's okay, but he took a big hit near the boards in the neutral zone yesterday. Kind of got worried there about that second overall 2022 pick. We got people listening on Instagram Live. We've got people listening on YouTube Live. Let's go to the Facebook Live, X Live. Any comments anywhere. This is the Morning Woo. I'm your host, Sam Woo. Also, Lupus Not Is. Hopefully you're listening on the replay. But if you need to get in contact with me, email me at sam@letsgodevils.com. sam@letsgodevils.com. Because we are having Rangers Suck fortune cookies made up just for you. And Wimpy as well. For calling into Danielle McCartan's show. I actually called into her show. It wasn't her WFAN gig. It was Infinity Sports on Sirius XM. Talking women's sports. Talking Gotham FC. Talking about the parade tomorrow. Celebrating Gotham FC's championship. I love winning. I may have to go to the New York Sirens with my goal light helmet on to watch winning hockey. If this keeps up with the New Jersey Devils, yes, I know they've had a good start to the year overall, but the last 3 games, I almost want to do it, dare I say it, same old Devils. Same old Devils. Yeah, Whippy says, honestly, Scott Stevens wasn't a mouthpiece either. More of a death stare. Yeah. I think the Devils play better when Nico Heischer's pissed off. It's just a matter of pissing him off. Meadowlander asks a great question. Is this embarrassment enough to start some trades or changes? That's a good question. But I think even before this, Tom Fitzgerald should be on the phone dialing, texting, kicking the tires around, as I'm using his words. This team has a couple holes in it that need to be filled. But while you have injuries and you've got the temporary cap space, maybe you can make some aggressive maneuvers and figure it out later. Just saying. R. Nunez, this team is frustrating. They know how to play the right way, but too often forget how to do so. That's what we call sleepwalking. Nico was pissed and driving the play in the third period. Too little, too late, but no quit. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think Nico Hischier plays a little reckless in a good way, where he's putting his body on the line when the game is really out of contention. And that kind of worries me because, look, I love Nico Hischier and what he stands for, but I don't know if he's an effective captain. I don't know. I don't know. And if the players are listening right now and taking offense to this, then you better put up or shut up. Because you put yourself in this position You had a 1-0 lead. You took the crowd out of it. But guess what? You brought the crowd back in about a minute later. Flyers score, Flyers score, Flyers score, Flyers score. That was pretty much the game. Chris Ladd, Allen looked terrible. Hopefully he can bounce back in the next game. After looking at the replay, I looked at all those goals, Chris Ladd. To be honest with you, I was harping on Allen as well. He could have played better. Don't get me wrong. But really, he was a symptom of the root cause, and the root cause was the Devils just didn't play defense. How many freaking breakaways did they have to give up? And that was the root cause. Allen just couldn't stop him. But you can't, I mean, some of them he didn't even have a chance on. But there were some that he did, and it looked bad because he should have gotten that puck. And credit the Philadelphia Flyers. When they went on that blitzkrieg of 4 goals, they went hard to the net. How about that? Hard to the net and put the puck on net. It's not that hard. Maria says, one of the ushers high-fived me as I was leaving to be nice when she pulled at my SS jersey and said we probably would have won if I hadn't worn it. Not sure what she's talking about, but that's okay. That's okay. What a horrible game that was, Dubzilla says. They need to get back on track. The inconsistencies has been a problem since the, I don't know, John Hines days. It's been there. Oh, Scott Stevens. Okay. All right. Thank you. Because I got confused. Or Stadium Series. Okay. Thank you, Maria. But yeah, I'll tell you, this team needs to they need to get it together. I don't know what it's going to take. They got till tomorrow to figure it out. You got the Red Wings coming in tomorrow. By the way, Game Day Live, Devils After Dark at American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place. Well, it seems like it's been 5 years since I've been at American Whiskey. And then you got the Blues the day before Thanksgiving, the big drunk fest. Chicken fingers will be out on the ice if this team continues this crap. Friday, they go to Buffalo, worried about that game. 4 p.m. Eastern start on a Black Friday. And they're going to be tired because they're going to be stuffing themselves with turkey, which allegedly makes you really tired. Then they come back and then they play the Flyers on Saturday. They better show up on that Saturday, November 29th. For me, it's going to be a doubleheader Saturday. As I'm American Whiskey, I'll be watching the Penn State-Rutgers game. Penn State winning yesterday, thank God. Both teams vying for a bowl berth. But yeah, Dubzilla, it was just so frustrating. They were working so hard and then just boom. And that's the problem, the inconsistencies. And now it's time to hold these players accountable. If you're going to take a shift off, get out. If you're going to coast through this game, get out. I have no use for you. But at the same time, if I put myself in Sheldon Keefe's shoes, he's going to say, Sam Wu, I don't have any players. They're all hurt. And that's where it gets tricky. And this is where Tom Fitzgerald has to step in and figure this thing out. Will the bleeding stop this week? The Devils got nothing last week. Zero. Nada. As what the great Willy Wonka says, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. This week, you've got 4 games. 4 games in 6 days. 8 points are on the table. 3 out of 4 of those games are at home. One of those games on the road, you should be able to beat the Buffalo Sabres. You should be able to. But if this inconsistency continues, you're going to get nothing. I'm going to have to do an AI song. Taking the words of Eminem. Will the real New Jersey Devils please stand up? Because I want to know who's going to actually play consistent. Consistency is everything. Either you're consistently bad or you're consistently winning. Right now, the Devil, what is their identity? Jekyll and Hyde. They're like oil and water. I don't know which team I'm going to get any given night. It's driving me crazy. Show support Monday night, you doomer, says Beachmaster. Ted says Devils 33-45-11 without Jack Hughes since 2019. The BS with Hughes has to end. Do we even get 80 games season from Jack? Well, I hope he's having a great time with Tate McRae during his time off. Buffalo is on fire, says R. Nunez. More goals of Friday than Devils have scored in the past 4 games. Art Heaton. The New Jersey Devils are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, Jenny. Seeing some more folks watching on the Instagram Live. Jeff, Andrew. Loving the Instagram Live right now. I'm starting to learn Instagram on the fly. Arnunian says, Sam, we don't even know what team will show up from period to period or shift to shift. I know. And at this point, I'm just worried that they're going to get injured. They're a bunch of klutzes at team dinners at this point. Yes, stop the bleeding, says Ted. Oh, yeah, Meadowlander. I complain about this all the time. They try to be too cute with their slick east-west pretty goals instead of their north-south fundamentals. It's time to get dirty. It's time to be blue-collar, lunch pail, work it. When they were winning 8 straight games, they were working it. They were consistently working hard. Winning battles in the corners, playing great defensive hockey. And we had high hopes that, okay, Sheldon Keefe, second year, turning around. But you could hear the frustration in Sheldon Keefe's voice. And I'm going to tell you, Sheldon Keefe is a great coach. I don't want anybody knocking on him, but he's probably frustrated as hell right now at this team. Because he has identified the problem. A lot of coaches, they'll defend their players. They'll feed you a bunch of lines. No, Sheldon Keefe is telling how it is. that this is the Devils' identity is inconsistency. It happened in Colorado when they got blown out. And it happened last night against the Philadelphia Flyers, a Metropolitan Division team, no less. This is a game you've got to win. These are 4-point games. Like I said, the Metropolitan Division is so freaking good. If you have a week like the Devils had this week, you could be in the last place in the division if you're not careful. Unbelievable. Devils are going to have to grind it out. And Detroit's coming in. Oh. Well, we'll try to have a good time at American Whiskey tomorrow. Devils take on the Red Wings. And we're going to have Devils After Night. The Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I don't know. I've been doing this podcast for a long time now, and it seems like the script is always the same. Same old Devils. Hey, we'll win. We'll tease you. Fool's gold. And then they'll just slap you in the face. Going 2-3 on this road trip after going 2-0 to start. It's going to be a challenge. It's okay. We'll be here. The Let's Go Devils podcast. Alrighty. Well, I want to thank all those tuning in for the ceremonial sip. I salute to you, the Devils fans, that went down to Philadelphia and had to endure that debacle. I salute. Ceremonial sip for you, the Devils fans. All right, we're going to get out of here. Going to drop the podcast in about 10 minutes on all your podcast pages. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart app, Audible, Amazon. Yeah, we're everywhere. All right, well, thank you very much. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo. Let's go. Hold on a sec. Arduino says, Sam is becoming the New Jersey version of Steve Dangle after game losses. No. Steve Dangle is becoming the Toronto Maple Leafs version of Sam Wu after game losses. Thank you. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo. Let's go Devils.